demonstrating how to set up an 8-foot tree. Your tree comes with a top, a typical 4-foot tree. I always recommend you do that tree first, and it kind of gets you warmed up. Each tree, the 4-foot and the bottom of the 8-foot, have a kit with spare bulbs if it's incandescent, no spare bulbs if it's LED, and the side stakes and an instruction sheet there. All the ties are removed. I just got one last one to show you. One of the biggest things is setting up any of the trees is fanning it out and making sure that there's no snags. You can see right there, it's gotten hung up on that. So you got to clear everything out, make sure it's like so, and then you can set it down. I recommend it, most everybody has just a simple little clamp. And if you use that clamp, you can hold the tree together, and then you don't have to struggle as you're trying to put the ties on. And you get the green ties that are attached to the tree and twist tie it on so that you can hold it all together. And that's 1, 2, 3 points. Once you got that one secure, you can move your clamp down if you use it. You don't have to have the clamp, but I found it to make things easier. The 8-foot is definitely easier with 2 people, so Pete's helping me here. We just pull it apart. Same thing, we're trying to make sure there's no snags. There's one right there. Get it all spread out. And you got the same deal with 2 panels. Holding it up. There you go. See it down there? There you go. Up right here, you see how this one's curved? Just get it straight. Put the side stakes in. You want to do the same, Pete? Just go around and kind of make the tie shape look good. Get all these squared away. Sometimes it takes a couple turns just to get those as straight as possible. And it also makes the top better, easier to put on. So you put these stakes in, not at the end, but 4 or 5 inches in from the end. What was this? There it is. In your kit are several of these. You use the first 2, and I usually just stick my foot in there. This is called key stop. You can find it at your local hardware store in case you lose it. You want it halfway down. Take this, go on around, fish it through. Just a typical cable tie, but the neat thing about these is they're reusable, so you can release them and use them next year when you. But just get this nice and tight. Now this one's going to come in when we set up the 4-footer. Now that we've got that there, and I've got my 2 panels here, we're going to just slide this over. Guide me some. This is where 2 people definitely comes into the...
Oh, hang on just 1 second, or I'll be here permanently.
Yeah, you don't want to be in there. All right, so somebody steadies it. We got they're 2 panels together, 2 panels together. Then we do the same thing with this, is bring your tie inside. You want it even, there you go. So you take these and bring them in like so. We don't want to over tighten them, we just want it, because you might have to adjust them a little bit, but since they're releasable, that helps. But you just bring it so it's even tip to tip. Then go on the other side do the same thing. Oh, there's one of those places where it snagged. What I like to do is like so. Usually just about time it gets connected might be pretty good to leave it there as soon as it's holding. Now we can go around to each one. Get them out towards the end because you're going to use 2 per panels connections. Yeah. And the more you put it together, the more it starts to become alive. If it's incandescent, you either take something like this. What's popular is a timer. The timer has several plugs. You wouldn't want to plug this 4-foot into that. You'd want to plug it into this. And I believe we even have, there's a 7 strings on here. There's another section, so you do the same thing. Hook up another extension cord, bring it up. Obviously, for looks, you'd want to go through the bottom and up. Keep it inside the tree to look a little better. And you'd plug it in like that. The deal is just to remember only 5 strings at the most in session. So you got 3 strings on the 4-footer. So if you get that plugged in separately, that's taken care of. And you got 7 on here. So what we do is we leave a place for you to plug in the bottom of that base, and then the top section of the base has another plug. And you're good to go with the incandescent.